In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 MLB games happening on September 11, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Kansas City Royals versus Cleveland Guardians. The Royals and Guardians finished their series on Thursday afternoon, with Cleveland looking to bounce back after Kansas City edged them 4-3 in the previous game. The Guardians had won 5 straight before that slip, and they've been steady at home thanks to reliable starting pitching and a bullpen that can lock down leads. Gavin Williams takes the ball for Cleveland, and he's been their most consistent arm with a 3.17 earned run average and double-digit wins on the season. His ability to attack hitters early and keep the ball in the park gives the Guardians a major advantage. Kansas City sends Stephen Kolek to the mound, who has been serviceable but less reliable, carrying an earned run average near 3.9. The Royals have been inconsistent at the plate, and against Williams in a day game setting, they're going to be hard-pressed to put together rallies. Cleveland's lineup has been timely, with Jose Ramirez and Kyle Manzardo anchoring the order, and the Guardians look primed to close the series with a strong win at Progressive Field. As our first pick for this matchup, the Cleveland Guardians money line is our full game side pick. Cleveland shut out Kansas City earlier in the series behind Joey Cantillo's 8 strong innings, and with Williams on the hill, it could look similar. The Royals' offense has shown flashes but tends to stall on the road against top-tier pitching. Kansas City also doesn't hit for much power, which makes manufacturing runs against a sharp Guardians staff difficult. Cleveland's own bats have been enough to edge teams but not explosive, and with Kolek capable of working his way through the order a few times, the scoring should stay contained. The under is the sharper play, especially given how both teams have leaned on pitching and defense to dictate tempo in this series. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Mets versus Philadelphia Phillies. The Mets and Phillies wrap up their series on Thursday night, and New York comes into this one looking to respond after Philadelphia rolled to an 11-3 victory the night before. That game got away from the Mets early, as Clay Holmes struggled badly, and the Phillies bats feasted with multiple home runs to put things out of reach. Even so, the Mets are still very much alive in the playoff race and have the offensive firepower to bounce back here. Juan Soto has been on a tear, recently joining the 30-30 club with 30 homers and 30 steals, and Pete Alonso remains a constant threat to change a game with one swing. Philadelphia's pitching has shown cracks despite their success, as their bullpen has been taxed and has allowed late rallies. New York is positioned to punch back and take advantage if the Phillies can't get length from their starter, making the Mets the sharper side in this spot. As our first pick for this matchup, the New York Mets money line is our full game side pick. The Phillies have been swinging the bats with authority, with Kyle Schwarber smashing his 50th home run and Ranger Suarez racking up 12 strikeouts in the previous outing. Yet even with their dominant win, the bullpen remains a question mark. The Mets, meanwhile, have stars who can do damage quickly, and when their offense clicks, they are fully capable of turning games into shootouts. The totals market sits around 8.5 runs, but with the way these teams have been scoring, and the likelihood that neither bullpen completely shuts the door, the over has strong value. This matchup has the pieces for another high-scoring battle between two clubs fighting down the stretch. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Colorado Rockies versus San Diego Padres. The Padres host the Rockies at Petco Park on Thursday, looking to capitalize on Colorado's struggles in what has been a lost season. The Rockies have already passed the century mark in losses and enter this game with one of the weakest rotations and bullpens in baseball. San Diego, on the other hand, has shown that when its lineup locks in, it can bury opponents quickly. In their last series meeting, the Padres blasted 4 home runs and coasted to an 8-1 victory, showing the difference in talent and depth between the two rosters. With bats like Manny Machado, Jackson Merrill, and Ramon Laureano sparking the offense, San Diego has more than enough firepower to stay on the front foot. Colorado's arms haven't shown they can contain the Padres lineup, and with the home crowd behind them, San Diego should roll here to close out the series. As our first pick for this matchup, the San Diego Padres money line is our full game side pick. The Padres and Rockies have already combined for double-digit totals in recent meetings, including a 10-8 slugfest earlier this month. San Diego's bats have been heating up, with Machado and company producing big swings, while the Rockies still manage to scratch across runs even in defeat. Colorado's pitching woes create more scoring chances late, as their bullpen has repeatedly failed to hold games close. San Diego also benefits from Petco Park playing more neutral than it once did, making extra base hits and long balls realistic outcomes against shaky arms. With the Padres' offense clicking and Colorado's inability to suppress runs, the over has plenty of appeal here. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Angels versus Seattle Mariners. The Mariners host the Angels on Thursday night with playoff urgency on their side, and this matchup lines up well for them at T-Mobile Park. Seattle enters the game at 77-68 in the thick of the postseason chase, while the Angels sit at 69-77, buried under .500 and plagued by inconsistency. Bryce Miller will take the ball for Seattle, and while his earned run average sits at 5.53 across 70 innings, he has shown flashes at home and has an offense behind him that can pick him up. The Mariners lineup, anchored by Julio Rodriguez, Cal Raleigh, and Jorge Polanco, has more firepower and has proven more reliable in clutch moments than the Angels. Los Angeles counters with Jose Soriano, who brings a respectable 4.07 earned run average, but the Angels' bullpen has been unreliable, and injuries to key contributors like Nolan Schanuel and Tyler Anderson thin out both their lineup depth and pitching options. With Seattle's motivation high and their bats capable of breaking through late, the Mariners are the side to back here. As our first pick for this matchup, the Seattle Mariners money line is our full game side pick. Los Angeles has struggled to put together consistent offense, and missing key hitters only deepens the problem. Soriano is capable of keeping the Mariners in check for a stretch, and while Miller's earned run average is inflated, he has enough support behind him defensively and in the bullpen to keep this game from turning into a slugfest. Seattle's recent home games have leaned lower scoring as their pitching staff clamps down in later innings, and the Angels don't have the firepower to break that pattern. Both teams project to scrap for runs rather than trade crooked numbers, which makes the under the more convincing total play in this spot. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.